Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about another 80s horror classic, and this one has been newly restored. It came out last month, and I picked it up a couple weeks ago and had a chance to watch it. It is The Lost Boys, newly restored on 4K from Warner Brothers. And it stars Jason Patric, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Jamie Gertz, Kiefer Sutherland, Diane Wiest, and Tom Herman. This movie was directed by Joel Schumacher, and it's about two brothers, Michael and Sam, played by Jason Patric and Corey Haim, respectively, and their mothers got divorced, is moving in with their dad, and she's taking them with her, and they're going to this California town where they move in, and they can tell immediately something's not quite right here, and it's certainly not Phoenix where they came from. So you can tell Joe Schumacher does a good job of conveying this early, that something is really off with this town. So they move in and they go to this festival. There's an amusement park, and they go that night. And Michael sees this beautiful girl named Star, played by Jamie Gertz, and he's captivated by her. And he follows her and tries to talk to her a little bit and hang out. And then a guy named David shows up, played really well here by Kiefer Sutherland, and he's actually a vampire. And he says, "Hey, Michael, come with us." So they ride on bikes and push each other to the limit a little bit, and then they go to this dwelling where they hang out, kind of this cave. And Michael eats with David a little bit. They eat some food and drink what he thinks is wine, and he starts seeing weird visions, and he knows something is really off with this group of people. But he drinks what he thinks is wine. It turns out it's blood, and he starts to feel really weird, and he's sensitive to light, and he's sleeping all day. And his brother Sam's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he meets the Frog Brothers at a comic shop, and they're telling him about vampires, and he's like, "Oh my God, my brother's a vampire," so he wants to undo this. And so that's the basic plot here. And like I said, this movie's kind of a horror comedy. There's some comedic elements, but this movie is definitely the quintessential 80s horror movie. It's really good. And I was kind of late discovering. I remember a lot of people just absolutely loved it early on. I didn't really catch on until many years later, but now it is getting a definitive release here. So let's talk about the audio and picture quality. The audio here is DTS 5.1 surround. It's very good. I'm happy with it. Would I've liked a Dolby Atmos? Of course. But here, this is actually pretty good here, and it has a great musical score and some songs, so, that all sounds really good here, so I'm pleased with it overall. And the picture quality is great. It's a very natural look. It's not a lot of digital noise reduction, so that all looks really good. And the 80s clothes and the oceanside shots, and when they're at an amusement park, all the different lights, that all looks very good here, and it really pops. So the 80s colors really shine here when it's time to. So it's a very natural looking film, and this is the best it's ever looked. Like, I really felt like I was back. I cut the lights off in my room, had on the TV and stuff. It felt like I was watching a special screening in the theater. I mean, it's a really good picture. So Warner Brothers, I think they're just behind Sony as far as 4K quality releases, as far as audio and digital stuff. But they're very good. So this is a great pickup if you're a fan of this movie. I can't recommend this version enough. The artwork, some people aren't as crazy about it. I don't have a problem with it, but here's the artwork and the 4K disc. It comes with a digital copy as well. And 4K discs don't have any artwork, but I think overall it's fine. Now, some of these special features include commentary by Joel Schumacher, additional scenes, the Lost Boys retrospective documentary, the return of Sam and the Frog Brothers, the two Coreys, and Jameson Newlander, multi-angle video commentary vamping out the undead creations of Greg Canham, Inside the Vampire's Cave 4 featurettes, Hamster and Fell Dog, the story of two Coreys, Lost in the Shadows, music video by Lou Graham, A World of Vampire interactive map, and the trailer. So a lot of this stuff is a lot of special features are on just the Blu-ray, but overall a great package here. And like I said, if you're a fan of this film, you got to pick this up because I was really pleased with this purchase. So anyway, that's all I have. If you like older 80s movies, anything like this, please give Video Mania 2 a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.